Hi everyone and welcome. In the previous couple of videos we have covered that how we can log our Modbus TCP device data into different database, and the database we have covered is the SQLite database, MySQL database and the MSSQL database. Okay. Now, instead of logging our Modbus TCP device data into the database, we are going to log our data into the CSV file on the daily basis. So Node-RED will read the data from our Modbus TCP IP device and it will store the data into the CSV file at specified location on the daily basis. So it will generate the new CSV file on the daily basis. Okay, so we are going to cover that in this video. So basically we have our Node-RED up and running, okay, in Windows machine or Linux operating system or Raspberry Pi. That will connect with our Modbus TCP IP device. It can be simulated device or it can be physical device, anything is fine. And after reading the data at certain interval, it will log the data into the CSV file on the daily basis. You can change the interval as per your requirement. You can modify the file name as per your requirement. Okay, it's up to you. You can change the flow and you can do whatever you want to do with this flow. So here is our Node-RED flow. So basically this first node will read the data from Modbus TCP IP device. Okay, it will connect with the Modbus TCP device and it will read the data. And then after this do function node will process the data in the required format. And then after it will pass the data to this CSV node. Now this CSV node is having the column name. The first column is the timestamp. The second is holding register 0 data, holding register 1, 2, 3 and 4 data. The separator is comma, okay, and this is the parser we have selected and this is the settings we have kept. Okay, after the CSV node we have used this write file node to write the CSV file. And here is the file path with the name. So I have provided this location C user para desktop, and then we are going to create the Modbus underscore data folder on my desktop, and we will create the Modbus data log file with current date. Okay, so this is how this flow is going to be work. And if you want to debug the flow, if you want to see the modify data, raw data, then you can enable this debug node and you can monitor the data in the debug window. Okay, it's up to you. Now let's start the flow and let's log the data. So here is my Open ModSim software, which is used to simulate Modbus TCP device. Also, it is used to simulate Modbus serial device. Now here you can see my first 10 holding register is auto simulating. Now I want to read this data and I want to log it into the CSV file. So what I can do is I can, edit this. I will edit this ModSim client node and I will enable this one. And here you can see the unit ID is 1, as you can see here. The function code is 3 because we are going to read the holding register data. The address is 0 and the quantity we are going to read is 5. And the poll rate is 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds it will read the data, it will process the data and it will store the data in the CSV file. And after the day changes, it will create the new CSV file and it will perform the same operation. Okay, and here in the server you have to provide your Modbus TCP device detail. So if you have multiple Modbus TCP device, then also you can use it. If you have single Modbus TCP device, then also you can use this flow. Now here in the server you can see I have provided the IP address of my Modbus TCP device, as it's a simulator, so that's why I have provided the localhost IP address. Okay, and the port number 502, as you can see here, and the type is TCP. That's it. We can now able to use it. Now I'm going to press on done. It is enabled. Okay, so once I deploy my flow, it will connect with my Modbus TCP device. It will read the data, it will process the data, it will format the data into the CSV, and it will write the data into the CSV file. So I have deployed my flow. Okay, and here you can see it is connected. Now after the 5 seconds it will read the data. You can see the data is read it. Okay, so it has read the data. Okay, it has processed the data, and here the folder is created on my desktop. And if I open the folder, then here you can see the log file is created with my Modbus TCP device data. Okay, so every 5 seconds it will read the data and it will log the data into that CSV file. So here you can see the data, the raw data is getting changed at every 5 seconds. Okay, Now what we will do is we will copy this file. Okay, we will copy this file and we will open it to see the data. And here you can see we have the timestamp. Okay, and we have the data of our holding register 0 to holding register 4. Okay, so total 5 holding register data at interval of 5 seconds. You can see 4331, 4336. Okay, so every 5 seconds we have the data logging in our CSV file. Okay, so this is how you can use Node-RED to connect with any Modbus TCP IP device and to log the data into CSV file on the daily basis. Now, if you want to get the flow, then I will update the link here. Okay, I will update the link here to get the flow so you can download and you can directly use it after changing your Modbus TCP device IP address and the register quantity and everything. And if you want to log more than 5 number of holding register data, then you don't have to change these two functions. Okay, this two function will remain same. You are going to add the column in this CSV node. Okay, so first column is the timestamp, then after 5 holding register, I have used HR0, HR1 as the tag name, but you can use as per your requirement. And if you want to add more number of holding register, then you just have to add the columns here separated by comma. That's it. Okay, so it will process the data automatically and it will log the data into that new CSV file with more number of columns. Okay, so you don't have to touch this function 1 and function 2 node until and unless you want to change this file path. Okay, so if you want to change the file path, then you have to touch this function node 2. Okay, so I hope this thing is clear, and if you still have any question or any doubt, then you can always ping me on Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp, anywhere. All the social media link is available on our website. Okay, so let's meet in the future video, and in the future videos, instead of Modbus TCP IP device, we are going to perform the same operation for Modbus serial device. Okay, to log our Modbus serial device data into the CSV file. So stay tuned for the future videos. Till then, take care, goodbye, and thank you.